Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another Cycle Lab Coffee Time show. We are here today with Junita Fenter from J&J Cycling. Thank you for joining us. They bring in a whole bunch of amazing cycling brands, Bianchi being one of them, ASSOS being another. So we're going to speak a lot about cycling shorts and cycling clothing, and in particular ASSOS. There's so much that goes into this clothing and the technology and so on. So we're really going to be giving you a lot of details as when it comes to ASSOS. Please remember this is a live show, so if there any questions that you want to know from ASSOS or Bianchi, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. We obviously are giving some things away today, so there's 3 t-shirts, so there will be some questions at the end of the show, and if you get them right, you'll be in line to win these amazing cool t-shirts. So thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for having us.
No, it's amazing to have you. Yeah, it's these brands are amazing. So just coming off the back end of the Tour de France, that was a massive success for Bianchi as a brand. You guys did finish second, unfortunately losing it on the second last day, but the last day of racing. Take us through that and what it means for a company like J&J having such success at a race like that.
We can definitely see from the sales that we had massive exposure. And finally, we feel that Bianchi is on the forefront and people actually come to know the brand, all the amazing technology behind it. They rode the XR4 bikes, rim brake bikes, at the Tour de France.
That's very interesting, a rim brake. So
yes, it was lighter than the disc brake bikes.
So they opted for the rim brake, not that's interesting.
Yes. The wheel changes are also faster on the rim brake. Yes.
We're just getting our coffee. It was a bit late this morning.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Thank you. Hope our viewers have got all their coffees ready and they're busy watching. So they rode the Bianchi XR4, right?
Yes.
Okay, the rim brake.
Yeah.
And it comes in the disc brake option as well.
It does, it does. And Cycle Lab actually stocks these bikes. Interesting fact about the XR4 and the Infinitos, there's countervail technology behind the frame, which actually cancels vibration on the frame. And that is very, very interesting technology developed by NASA and advanced frames for a long time now. So we're happy that people now know the brand and that they can buy it.
So Bianchi gets the team that rides them is Jumbo Visma, right?
Yes.
So they're going into the Giro this week.
Yes.
And will they be riding the rim brakes as well?
I'm not sure what bikes they will be riding this week.
Interesting.
But we can definitely watch it on TV and see.
Yeah.
And next year they will be with Michelton. Bianchi will be signing a deal with Michelton.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're still in the World Tour.
Yes.
Beautiful bike. It's been around for ages. It's Italian. But moving on to ASSOS, let's get on to this brand. This is quite a prestige brand in the cycling industry. It's absolutely amazing. There's a video that the viewers must go watch. I'm going to post in the comment section. You said it gives a lot of detail as to
it's actually
the brand.
Very, very interesting to watch. So do yourself a favor, watch the 17 minutes. It's about the history of ASSOS and where it came from.
Well, that was going to be my first question. So
yes,
you
so
can let us know.
Let me tell you a little bit about it. The founder was Tony Meyer, and he founded ASSOS in 1976. Before then, you didn't even have lycra shorts.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was. It coincided with the development of a carbon frame. So Tony actually was into cycling, and a side hobby of his was to develop an aero frame, a bicycle that is
more
aerodynamic. And while there was no carbon frames at that stage in any case. So he said to himself, but wait a minute, we must be able to, people that landed on the moon, so let's, and he developed a carbon frame, and they were testing it in the wind tunnels, and they realized, but wait a minute, something's happening here, we're not actually losing time, because there's still a lot of drag on the cycling kit, and that's what they realized, and that's where he developed cycling kit.
So he went from trying to develop a new frame to realizing the kit's actually more important in a way, and then he got into cycling. That's an amazing story.
So that's where he actually said the purest form of aerodynamics is a water drop. And
Yeah.
some of the cyclists that were injured had to start training in the winter, but it's too cold in Switzerland to train in the winter. So he was inspired by the ski clothing, and they started developing thermosuits. And he said it should feel like you training by the coast in summer while it's actually outside winter. And that's
Crazy.
how it developed.
It's a very cool story.
Yeah.
So let's go into the actual cycling clothing range. I mean, there's a whole range of bib shorts, and I remember buying my very first pair of ASSOS shorts towards the end of last year. Saved up for about 16 years.
Yeah. but with the investment.
Yes, definitely. It's honestly like sitting on a cloud when I ride my bike.
Yeah.
But I was not sure as to, I mean, there's so many pairs of shorts and chamois. I don't really know which was the right one for me. So I got a bit confused. There's the melee and the...
Yes,
very confusing. So if you can just break it down for us in kind of the simplest form.
Yes.
Okay,
I'll quickly take you through the different models that's currently available, and Cycle Lab actually stocks most of them. We can start with the entry level, but if I say entry level, it's not a cheap short. It's not a of lesser quality. It's just people actually ride it at the Epic. So if it's suitable for the Epic 7 days of racing, you know you've got a winner. So it's the Miele GT.
Okay.
We're currently busy with the S9 range. Miele GT is your good entry-level short. It's quite affordable. If you take good care of it, it can last you for years.
So that's the biggest thing with ASSOS I've learned. I have a pair of shorts from 10 years ago, which I can still use today. They just last...
Yeah.
They last a lifetime.
Yeah, I didn't know whether I should say it, but I also started riding ASSOS a couple of years ago, and one of my shorts was close to 10 years. And it actually still worked. But to get back to the different models, we have the Miele GT. That's your first one. And
the first
then
entry-level
bib short. And then you get the racing bib, the RS Equip. And after that, you get the third one in the range is the Cento, which is the stage racer. It's got a slightly thicker chamois.
Okay.
Only made for males. Women can't ride with the Cento because of the whole anatomy of the pair of shorts. But it's been so successful that they didn't even change anything to the short. The only difference between the new Evo short is that the chamois is black.
Oh, wow.
We had a couple of males that didn't like the purple insert. I remember we went to the Epic, and I had a couple of people coming to me from the local areas, and they said to me, "Listen, your short is great, but this purple insert really
change that."
And then you get the RSR Equip. That's
like the top
of the range, yeah.
And now, what makes it the top end short? I mean, compared to the entry level
panels,
to the top.
Compression panels, and it's only made for racing.
Okay.
So that's the. But that's when you start specializing in what you want from a short. But I would say for the average rider that wants to do stage racing, you can actually go with a Miele GT, or you can ride the Cento.
What shorts? Our NTT Pro Cycling team. We have Ryan Gibbons, our South African national champion, riding for them. We saw him at the Tour de France.
Yeah.
What shorts or what kit do they use? They're obviously sponsored by ASSOS.
Yeah.
So will they use the top of the range short or?
It depends on what they get sponsored with from America's side, because they actually changed management. Quite recently,
it's completely separate.
Yeah.
A very basic question, but it might be quite important for people getting into cycling. You get two types of shorts. You get the normal shorts without the straps.
Yes.
So we call them bib shorts.
Yeah.
Why is it important for someone to go with bib shorts as opposed to a normal pair of shorts without the straps?
It's all to do with comfort, and I would say what I find through the years is mostly women, because there is a male short for men.
Okay.
But I find that most males actually ride with a bib because you don't have the elastic around your waist, and it's more breathable and less friction, and But what I would say is with the ladies, they actually find it easier to wear a short, most ladies. The racing ladies usually wear a bib, but the average lady would ask for a short because of going to the bathroom before a race. Or yeah,
I find with the bibs as well, the shorts just fit on your body a lot better, so there's less friction and things moving around, which I mean that also results in saddle sores and that. So it is an investment to rather go for bib shorts as opposed to normal shorts.
What I would say is the fit is quite important. Your cycling shorts, and that's what I actually want to tell our viewers, that cycling shorts needs to fit tightly, quite tightly. Don't be scared to wear something that's tight because there's less friction on your body.
Yeah. So if you think you're large, rather go for a medium. It's also good for your self-esteem as well.
I would say make sure of the fit, and ASSOS needs to be a perfect fit in order to get the best results of riding.
ASSOS make a whole bunch of things as well to look after your shorts. So, I mean, one being chamois cream as well to reduce the friction. Why is that quite important? Is it obviously...
It's all to do... here's a sample of our ASSOS chamois cream. It's quite important to reduce any friction. It's got medical properties that actually takes good care of your skin to keep your skin hydrated. What's very important about chamois cream in both males and females is that you should use it quite carefully. You don't want to get it into any mucous membranes, so that's important. For the ladies, there's a new chamois cream that's actually a little bit less harsh. Cyclab also stocks it, so for the ladies it's got a smaller little
does it have a name?
Yeah, it's just called the ladies chamois cream.
So
you'll be able to find it at Cyclab. And in terms of
the active wear cleaner, this stuff's amazing. It smells like rainbows.
Butterflies and rainbows. It's important to actually take very good care of your shorts, and that will increase the duration of the short. So what the cleanser actually, what it makes it special is pH neutral. And important, once you're done with riding, immediately take off your shorts and wash it cold cycle. Don't use any softener, and wash it with preferably this cleanser. You also get it in a 1 liter. Cyclab definitely stocks it, and that will increase the duration of your shorts. It's expensive investment at first, but you will have years of joy from riding ASSOS. And I can honestly say, from being at the Epic, talking to a whole lot of cyclists, that once they started riding ASSOS, they don't
go back.
No, they don't wear.
So, like, if you take the investment about 3 pairs of ASSOS shorts, you'll buy 3 pairs now, but like it'll save you buying 6 to 10 pairs in
the long run. It's actually cheaper.
It's actually cheaper.
If you buy 10 shorts in a 5-year period compared to 2 or 3 pairs.
Are there any new shorts coming out? Any new products that
next
ASSOS
year
are launching?
2020 will be the year for the new GT
2021.
model. 21, sorry.
2020
we
is a blur.
So it's called the GTS Nile. It's got a very nice lightweight leg gripper, a slightly thicker chamois, carbon weave straps, and
it's a good looking pair of shorts.
It will be available at Cyclab in February next year, in 2021. This will be very good value for money. It's at a good price point, and it will fit in between the entry level and the RS equip.
Okay, brilliant. So some new products coming out.
Yes,
Well, I mean, so shorts are the one thing. I mean, there's obviously cycling kits and gloves and socks. You guys make the whole range of clothing and gear. I've actually got a long sleeve undervest which I use in the winter, and that saves me. That keeps me going through winter. Anything that stands out in particular that's worth mentioning? Anything like in terms of the technology in the gloves and the kits that's quite important?
ASSOS is all about layering. So they've got different systems where you work in seasons, and you've got spring, fall range, and winter. But obviously winter is made for European winters, but it does help to layer in South African winters. We can use their winter products for a very short period of time, but if you buy anything in the spring, fall range that's suitable for Europe, you'll get a long life out of it during our seasons, because we've got long summers and it's quite hot. But in terms of their base layers, the summer base layers actually keeps you cool, and the whole way they researched and developed the materials is to keep you cool, to keep moisture away from your body. They've got different types of gilets which you wear over, and you can actually time your whole winter or summer or spring with a couple of key items which Cyclelab stocks. The base layer you refer to in winter is made out of wool, natural products.
Wow.
It's also made to keep you warm, thermal, lightweight fibers that keeps moisture away from your body.
It's lasted about 5 winters, so it also lasts a very long time. But in terms of going into summer now, I mean, we're coming out of winter. What are the kind of key layers that people need? Do they need an undervest? Do they need okay, so an undervest is quite
definitely
important.
key, because even we had a couple of years ago, we had a hot summer product, which when I raced ASSOS in Wellington, it was 45 degrees in February, and I actually raced with a undervest. It keeps you cool, it keeps moisture away from your body. The nice thing about all the ASSOS products, and people always ask, why do you pay so much for ASSOS? But you pay for all the research and development over a couple of years. Once the end user gets the product, they can be assured that this thing has been tried and tested in a lab for months. They do rub tests, they develop new fabrics, and there's a couple of whole new fabrics that they lead the market with.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So Lloyd Morton says it's an absolutely amazing product. So thank you for that. And then
Lloyd is also coincidentally one of our top fans. He's
really,
always watching.
thank you, Lloyd.
Hi,
Thank you
Lloyd.
thanks for commenting. And then there's a comment just saying from Andrew that says his bibs rub him for some reason. Maybe you should add some chamois cream. Maybe that could help.
Yes, and then also make sure of sizing. That is
Sizing,
usually
is it?
one of the problems, is people buy short that's too big. So I would say he must actually come to the store. You've got very educated salespeople that can actually help them.
Brilliant. So Andrew, if you're still watching, come over to
Yes.
Cyclelab and we can
We'll assist.
resize you.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we'll assist and we'll see what the problem is there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got 3 t-shirts to give away.
Yes.
3 important questions that we've thought of throughout the
Yes.
show. If you do want to get a free t-shirt and win this competition of 1 of 3 t-shirts, just answer the questions in the comment section.
Yeah.
They're pretty cool. So we're
Yeah.
gonna.
So in light of the recent Tour de France, I thought of bringing some Bianchi shirts.
They're so cool.
Yes, but I'm going to ask an ASSOS question. So, if you've been listening, when did ASSOS start? What year? And first question. Second question, what technology does the frames have in the Bianchi range? On the XR4, the Specialissima, and the Infinito? And third question, how should you take care of your ASSOS bands?
Yeah.
The shorts.
There we go. So the answers, I mean, 2 of those answers will be in that link I shared in the comment section as well. So when did ASSOS start? The second one is what technology is in the Bianchi bikes, which Roglic recently came second in the Tour de France. And then the third one is what's the best way to take care of your ASSOS shorts. And yeah, we spoke about all 3 of those. So get your answers in and you can win one of these amazing t-shirts. I'm quite jealous. I want to get my hands on one of them. They look quite cool. So thank you for
Thanks.
for
Thanks
coming
for
through
having me.
and chatting. It's an amazing product. Like we mentioned, it's definitely worth the investment if you're wanting to buy a new pair of shorts or clothing. So yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in. Next week we will be broadcasting from the Linwood branch, so we not at 4As next week. So yeah, we look forward to seeing you for another chat about an amazing product that CycleLab sells. So have a good weekend. Keep on your bikes and keep riding.
Thank you.
Cheers.